Good evening. Welcome, ladies and gentle spoons. I'm Keith Peace, and I'm going to do some poetry for you tonight. First of all, I just want to thank Gary Eagle for letting me do the poetry for the very worthwhile cause, Punks for the Homeless. So if you can, please donate, because it's a worthwhile cause to donate to. And I'm going to set off tonight by doing the first poem, which is, again, it's about relationships. So it's about a breakup of a marriage. So it's quite dramatic stuff, really. Well, not too dramatic, but it's called Terse Encounters of the Close Kind. I'll tell you what, try saying that when you've had 6 pints of speckled hen. Anyway, this one is Terse Encounters of the Close Kind. Even I can't say it, and I've only just started drinking. Spellbound in the glamour, you attain, masterminded by the sense of the physical, in cahoots I remain. Secretarial sense of duty abounds, the extent of your gender astounds. Titanic icebreakers are awkwardly astute, too many one-liners, and it's a slippery shoot. This silence is far from golden, as you purse your lips to sink 1,000 ships. Weak at the knees, my house of cards is already folding. Coolness I wish to convey, as a sense of semantic we duly obey. An orgy of words I suddenly offer and gamble, the hemline and eyeline, a tune amidst my own preamble. Least said, soonest mended, she quips. Like a cricketer on a run, I'm quickly out of the slips. Is it a sprint? No, it's a marathon, she relays. The compass is duly pointing north as my mind is ablaze. Remember, it's not the journey, it's the destination. She breathlessly pants without hesitation. Jesus wept, is this my salvation? Jesus will weep soon enough, as the Holy Trinity becomes one in confirmation. Consoling comfort as her eyes interlock, senses still wild as thoughts run amok. No strings attached was her decree, I'm left all Pinocchio-like by this filly. Isn't it good? Norwegian wood. The more the mascara tones, the more she's misunderstood. A sense of perfection reveals more falsehood. Words become barks as inane chatter passes. Single yet double, the remains attains in the bottom of the glasses. Apart from, in a seething risk of denial, tortured soul whose existence remains on trial. The past is a loop from which we may never escape. Physical contact remains in the realm of a jape. Terse encounters of the close kind, executing orders from a disordered state of mind. Sepia remains sugarcoat her reality. The truth of it all is a steadily seeming decay. Organised abandon, it's a form of institution, a moral code on soundbite reload. But tell me daily, where's the revolution? Confirmation in beauty we sadly lack. Hot-aired values depressed by reality's hard sell tack. Silence stands as echoes only confirm. A ghost of a memory tries to shackle my outlook long term. The hangman is no longer condemned to the drop. This sentence has ended with a freeing full stop. Cheers. Thank you very much. So this next one I'm going to do, it's hopefully when I get my act together, it's off the Lost album, which I thought I'd actually lost, but it turns out I hadn't lost it. That's the album and not my sense of brain cells, which I'm probably steadily losing tonight. Anyway, that's another thing entirely. So this one's called Apple Pie Order. And it was written about the same time as the Gulf War, So it's quite an angry poem. I'll try and relay it in my angriest voice possible. About this time, I was actually in a band. We were called Fizzy Tablet. Trouble is, we dissolved pretty quickly. Who on earth writes all this stuff? I mean, it's terrible. Anyway, it's not me for sure. Right, this one's called Apple Pie Order. Without further ado, let's get into it. As the cloud encases the sun, it's a sudden recognition of how vulnerable we've become. As the shadow of war eclipses peace, the political escapades and nighttime raids never seem to cease. Taught in media accordance that terrorism is bad, it will be eradicated by the bombing of Afghanistan and Baghdad. 1,000 tiny handprints on canvas spell murder, yet there are no minutes of silence to equate this violence. The cloud encroaches further. Heroes and villains on opposite sides. Behind the marital veil of democracy, the bride hides. Taken beneath altar and trinity, force-fed moral acts as the cracks expose their virginity. Strike one, like in a bowling alley. The innocent victims espouse blood money. You're either with us or against us, they state. Well, I'm against your war and your bigoted hate. A starving child dies for the West. His final meal, a shrapnel deal from a B-52's crest. We backed our boys in stripes to make the enemy pay. As the strike rate rises, the reign of terror holds sway. We're polarised between bad and good. Taught to link each term to confirm our prison turn in emotions so sad. When our moods are taught by media barrage, we need to succeed to destable the war carriage. Look beyond the clouded skylines of decay. Don't be hemmed in or penned in by the words they say. And an apple a day will take their democratic cancer at bay. Cheers. Thank you very much. Right, I'm going to do a cover now. I could do another joke about I was in a band called The Blankets and we were a cover band, but I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to do anything like that whatsoever. So, you'll know this one. It's a famous cover, and it was kind of inspired by all the stuff that's in the news about the rising, supposedly, of nuclear stockpiles, the rising of more nuclear war deterrence, more nuclear warheads, and one assumes more nuclear power plants and more nuclear power. It's by the Looks Pink Indians. I had to think then. My brain really has gone. And it's called simply New Smell. So without further ado, here it is, New Smell. Can you smell the new smell? Tumbling through the air. Aye, I can, lad. It's a-coming from over there. Over the hills, down the valley, there's new buildings there. There's a nuclear power dump site. Someone doesn't care. Parliament says it's safe, so why not bury it there? Cheers, thank you. Of course, you know, they always say after a nuclear war that cockroaches will be one of the few things that survives, along with a semblance of man. So I suppose if cockroaches survive, our government will be functioning perfectly fine. Cheers. It's true. I don't tell political jokes. Too many of them keep getting elected. Cheers. So I reckon we've nearly come round. What goes around comes around. So we're nearly on to the last one for me tonight. Cheers. And this is another oldie but a goldie. Again, it's from the Lost Found album. But just like to say that I was saw the news tonight, and it was an article about the see the Whiz Beach Underground. So I was thinking, I rushed to the internet, put it in, and I was expecting to see pictures of combat shot and puss, and all I got was a load of bloody tunnels. Cheers. Topical and on the dot, political correctness. Thank you. So this one, last one for tonight. Thank you for having me. It's called Subsistence. Take it away. These very words aren't edifice for entertainment, but a journey to the source of our death, hitherto betwixt concealment. Do I need to clarify my criteria? It isn't art or performance theatre, but a desire to seek the seeds of the very pips of the rotten core. Instead of glossy models, we'll equate media whore. What is our truth if every body part is suppressed and dressed as a lie? Every painting is but art, and to suffer for my art, should my appearance die. Every ragged Christ promises salvation, which is why we should get to know ourselves a pretext of consideration. The desire to be bled and led, downtrodden and underfed. So I cannot speak of my rebellion in literal terms, but only in interior no. It's an endurance despite the gravediggers one and all with what I know. I live in an apocalyptic daydream. Weighing out justice is a mandate of this scheme. We've made the apocalypse in ourselves, for ourselves. As we rekindle ethos of master and servant, we extricate the excrement of the fetish Bible subservient. My feelings don't seek emptiness in atonement. My philosophy isn't just another episode of postponement. In this subsistence and turmoil, my anger began, but art is impotent before that which man has organised for man. Art is impotent before that which man has organised for man. Cheers. Thank you very much. I've been Keith Beast, and you've been a wonderful audience. Don't forget to donate. Watch all the other acts, all far better than me. Cheers for Gary Eagle for putting me up. I'll see you all again soon. Thanks a lot. See you. Cheers.